Hey, and welcome to Matt and Jess TV. I am Matt Rose.
And I'm Jessica Bun Bun.
We are here with our take on the Big Brother 28 premiere.
Mhm.
This show is strategic, it's fun, it really makes us think. And then you also have Rachel Reilly being basically kicked into a volcano by a dinosaur. Like, production, why did you play with us so much over these 90 minutes?
So much. I mean, there's been rumor spoilers about who this third person is. We've spoken about it in our cast preview as well, that this last person is actually supposed to be Dee from Survivor. So when Rachel Reilly came in, I was like, okay, I don't understand what's going on. They had this like final challenge for safety, and it's like, oh, this person lives in Las Vegas. Dee doesn't live in Las Vegas. So it was nice that the show was still trying to kind of trick everybody a little bit, because the spoiler has been out here for a long time.
I appreciate it in retrospect. Like, I'll admit, for a few minutes while this was happening, I was thinking I'm going to be really mad because I would actually be fine if Rachel is the third person. But, Dee, she's a great player. She's strategic.
Yep.
We'll hopefully get confirmation on all of that on Unlocked. But, just as we love Big Brother, we are always here collectively to complain about Big Brother. And there are some things from this premiere we are going to be complaining about. So buckle up and prepare for what is to come. And also, hit that subscribe button. We are going to be here covering the live feeds for Big Brother 28 all season long. We do not want you guys to miss out on that. Also, we are really grateful to everyone who is supporting us through YouTube memberships. Jess and I are going to be making a new YouTube memberships video about Big Brother every week for the entire season. We are going to have our first one up tomorrow, and we really appreciate everyone supporting us over there. It's a great way to help ensure we are able to continue to do these live feed videos and everything else we do at the channel. So thank you, thank you, thank you.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, okay, let's just get into the beefs right away. Like, there is obviously...
Here's my beef hat. It's on. Let's go. What are we beefing about?
All right, there's a lot of fun to be had about this premiere. We got to meet the house guests. Some of them we like, some of them were just sort of like, but then we have to say, okay, Allison Grodner, I understand. You do not want to lose the likes of Dee, presuming she's on, Angela, Rick Devens. We get all that. You want to protect your returning players. In the past, we have seen them have immunity of various lengths depending on when they enter and whatnot.
Yep.
Having them be the only people who compete for head of household in the first week makes me want to slam my head against the wall. That really defines the rest of the season. I understand Big Brother is an unfair game. They all know what they sign up for. But we can still say this is inherently unfair, right?
It absolutely is. And especially since that first HoH, I've said this all along. I know that there's lots of people out there that feel differently than me. That's like, oh, you don't want to win that first one. That paints a target on your back. But that first HoH, I think, is so important because it really lays out a map of the game. The person who's got that first HoH is the person that gets a lot of the information and actually gets to sit down with everybody one-on-one or in big groups, and everybody's giving you information about themselves. You're making connections. The HoH can really win this game with a first HoH. So I think it's super unfair, but this is Big Brother, and Big Brother is inherently unfair.
Yes, I would be
Coup de Jeff. It is so unfair.
It really, really is. That's why, I don't have that much sympathy for the newbies. Like, they did all get to compete for safety within this. It's not like they got absolutely nothing. I can still be upset about it, mostly because it's so unbelievably transparent what Grodner is trying to do.
Of course. And I mean, it makes sense. You're going to bring in 3 big players to Survivor, Angela from Big Brother, and then they're just going to get kicked out right away. I mean, you even heard some of the house guests, like Lala's like, oh, Angela's here? Nope, I'm going to get her out immediately, which is why I love her.
Yeah, I love that there's a part of me that's upset about certain things because Angela, I don't like the personal stuff, but I appreciate the drama. I don't necessarily want her out right away, but at the same time, I appreciate Lala and other people having a little bit of wherewithal, because this is all of us outside of the Big Brother house. Every time there are returnees, we are screaming from the mountaintop that it is ridiculous. These people do not get targeted right away. They all fall in with stars in their eyes being like, please, accept me, be my friend, blah, 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 blah.
Was anybody expecting to see Angela being a stan over Devens the way that she was? That was not on my bingo card at all. And while Angela's not my favorite player, that made me warm up a little bit when I was just like, I'm also a Devens stan. Like, that was really cute. I will say that it's nice to hear from Angela, and I don't know if it's going to hold on all season, but she's going in feeling like she cannot play the game the same way, that she's looked back at her season is like, okay, yeah, this was able to help get me a little bit further, but I was not going to win that season. I need to play differently if I want the win, and I want the win. So I'm curious to see if there's going to be different gameplay here.
I hope so. Angela, like, there are some things she can do a whole lot better, obviously, from her first time around, but I think there's still potential in there. I mean, we've seen people come back and play different games or learn a lot from the first time. Like Cody of Cody and Derek fame is a great example.
Or Dan. I mean, Dan played a very different game his first time, and when he came back in the second time and was kind of playing a bit more of a villain side of it, he was just like, I know I had to play a different game, which is why he is such an icon in this game, because this game is really about being adaptable. And whenever I'm listening to these opening packages and I'm waiting for somebody to say those words, I'm ready to adapt. You don't know who's in the house. You don't know who you're going to end up wanting to work with or vibing with or not vibing with. Everyone goes in with the same thing. So I want a big alliance. Oh, I'm going to be strategic. Oh, I'm going to be social. The people that are able to adapt are the people who win.
Yes, you have to be able to. You can't have a hard and set, this is how I'm going to play, never shift from it, and have any expectation. But okay, we did our cast preview earlier this week, and Jess and I talked about some of our favorite players, and I have a massive pit in my stomach. I almost wish we could time travel to back before this premiere so I didn't feel so concerned, but Jason, one of my two favorites here, you're already whispering, don't trust Devens, don't trust okay.
He's not wrong.
He's
Jason,
not wrong.
you are not wrong. Listen, I really like Devens, but Jason is right.
He's right. I still don't like it. I want to just, can't everybody just get along this early on in the game? Yes, Devens is going to do whatever he can. He's going to try to find a way to find an immunity idol within the Big Brother house. I mean, I think Devens is also probably aware. He even said it. He has to slow the game down a little bit. Like, he can't get antsy. He can't get bored. I am worried about him even more depending on how influential that Jason is. And because we know that Jason is one of three people, of course, they're all men, who managed to get safety in this episode. He's going to be around a while.
We've got Rome, we've got Chuck, and we've got Jason. They are all safe. And it's all men.
It always feels like it is this way. And by the way, Rome, you can be less obnoxious when you end up winning the challenge. It's just like, come on, dude, you're safe 1 week in Big Brother. Great.
Yeah, great. Who wants to be a first boot? I take nothing from that. Listen,
I know.
He's excited. He's in the house. I don't know why I'm defending him. He's nobody that I'm rooting for.
Okay, speaking of people I'm rooting for here, Melody. I still really like Melody. I aspired to be a game show host when I was 6 years old. Maybe I feel a little bit of kinship energy with her, but also
she does not like my person that I am rooting for at all.
Well, my question right now is, Melody, who do you like? Because they also put out this preseason video of her talking about how much she didn't like Angela. So Angela is back in the game. Yeah, she does not like Drew in his Gen Z, TikTok, whatever this is, energy either.
Listen, I still really like him. Like, he's not somebody that I would ever really be vibing with in real life. He's a really young guy. Yeah, he's got TikTok, Mr. Beast energy, but I still really like that he's from Temecula and we live out in Temecula. And I think that that's really cool. Temecula is not that big. So to have somebody from where we're living, like actually on the show or up in the shot, it's just like, that's really cool. And he looks like my brother. So I am down to root for him, but he can just drop some of this, like, I'm maxing whatever. Listen, I'm 51 years old. Maxing anything doesn't make any sense to me.
Well, here's what I'm going to hold. And first tinfoil hat of the season here, that I want to believe that Drew, some of this may be who you are, your online persona. I'm feeling some of this may also be production encouraging you to do this. And then once you get on the live feeds, you'll start to mellow out a little bit.
I know well, that package he's like making tamales with
I
his
know.
family. Listen, I really like him. I think that he's going to mellow out. And it was interesting hearing Melody kind of be like, oh, I don't like him. He's too loud. It's like, okay, he was one of the last people to come in.
Yep.
You guys all came in two other groups. Everybody's screaming,
Yeah.
shouting, excited. And then they come in and he's one of the last to be in there being excited. And you guys have already got your energy out. Let the guy have a moment.
This is what's fun and frustrating about Big Brother premieres at the same time. We all have like this, we ate 10 bags of candy level energy and enthusiasm. We're so happy the show is back, but there's almost zero takeaways you can have from a premiere of this show because it's such a long season.
know.
We may get to the Sunday episode in particular. Melody and Drew, they may be best friends. I may not be worried anymore that I'm going to be seeing Drew at our Temecula World Market when I'm in there shopping for carpet coffee or anything like that. But I think this is the big exhibit A. Remember when Jimmy was like, oh, I need to get rid of Rachel, and now they are like the best friends to end the entire, like they would never turn on each other.
Yeah, which is crazy because if he went to the end with Rachel, he loses. And like, I understand the idea of like, okay, I'm going to ride with Angela or Devens, you know, most of the way to the end and then get rid of them when it's time to actually get rid of them.
Yeah.
But at the same time, you run a really big risk of doing something like that because somebody like Devens is very charismatic. We've met him in the past, interviewed him on a red carpet. The charisma that comes off this guy is like Dan level energy where you're just like, whatever you want, Devens, no problem. You want to take my microphone, you can have it. You can have anything you wish. It's just the way that it is with him. He is just somebody that gives off really positive, fun, sweet, wholesome energy. And then he will win.
Exactly.
Him coming in and even being like, yeah, I was on Survivor. I'm a 2-time loser. I was like, this is where I was expecting him to go, to kind of be like, I was on Survivor. Yeah, I never won. Yeah, just a dad. I'm just a fun guy. And that's where I expected him to kind of pull it back. I was really hoping that he would, because otherwise, how is he going to win this game? And I think if D is the person that's in here, but it feels like she is, that, you know, he'll just be like, yeah, I was on Survivor twice, but D won.
Yeah, here's the thing. Like, there's a couple of last big points we have to hit in this video. Like, number one, yeah, I know technically this isn't an immunity, this whole HoH twist, but it pretty much is, because if you are these 3 returnees, are you ever going to try to get out another one of them the first week when they are your shields? Like, you need to work with each other at the very least right now. Like, you can take each other out a little bit later.
Absolutely. And I think that that's what production is banking on, is that the 3 of them know that they're going to be targeted right away for being big personalities, you know, reality, royalty in a lot of ways, that they are going to have to stick together. So whoever wins, it feels like they are not kicking out one of the trio at this point.
Finally, Grodner, what is the point of doing this whole cliffhanger that is, oh, you're going to see the final person on Big Brother Unlocked, and then you have the exact date of the finale in which Dee won her season. Like, let's just pretend that the spoilers aren't out there. A lot of us who are reality TV fans, we know that Survivor finales are either in December or May.
Yeah.
We do not need to deduce this. This is a really dumb cliffhanger that you guys are just trying to do in order to force us to watch the after show.
Well, and it's really weird because it almost feels like they don't want you to watch the after show because the date is very specific. And yeah, if you go, you just Google it and find out in a couple of minutes that Dee won that season, that was the date, and she's going to be the person, along with all the rumors that have been out there that have basically been confirmed, that it's like, who is tuning into Unlocked at this point? CBS, you have to make a decision. Either you're going to keep Unlocked and you're going to actually give it some legs and have something like, we are introducing this 3rd house guest and nobody actually knows who it is, or like, just drop it. It's not fair.
Yeah, like, I know they announced
I feel bad for Unlocked. I really do. Like, after shows are already really hard. I'm somebody who doesn't watch any of them. I'm not really interested in after shows at all.
Yeah.
But like, it feels like Big Brother is really doing a disservice to this. Not only by releasing this date and basically being like, we're just telling you that it's D, and not really letting them have the legs for it, But making Big Brother people have to tune in to Unlocked. And there's a lot of people like me that don't want to watch after shows, are just not into them.
Yeah.
And are not going to want to watch this. And being forced to watch something you don't want to watch is just going to make you pissed.
There's also just some trickery that is like doing the magic trick of pulling out the tablecloth. But in this case, like
Yes.
all the dishes are going to come off. They're hyping up this vote that's going to happen that could change like the first 6 weeks of the game. I am willing to sit here and stake not everything. I still want to be able to YouTube with you guys, but it's going to be something silly and cosmetic. If they announce something that is actually dramatically altering the game on Unlocked, I will be pissed to another degree.
I will be so mad. I will be Grey's Anatomy Station 19 pissed off because like I never watched Station 19 here. Let me just waste your time for a second here. I never watched Station 19. I was not interested in that show. They had this huge story that was going on Grey's Anatomy and they finished it on Station 19. I just thought that they just never came back to this story again and I had no idea. And then later Matt's like, oh yeah, that was over on Station 19. They finished it off. I was like, great. Don't do this.
Yes, we promise, Big Brother, we still love you, but what is wrong with you with some of these things in this premiere, man? I don't know.
Do not low winter sun, Big Brother, please.
All right, that's where we are, guys, coming out of the Big Brother 28 premiere. Who are you rooting for? Is it one of the returning reality people? Is it a newbie?
And also, just as a reminder, we are not going to be here after every episode talking about the show. This is the premiere. So, of course, we're going to be here for it. We're going to be talking, of course, about Thursday's shows and who's getting evicted.
Yeah.
But otherwise, we are going to be here every single day with Big Brother live feed updates. And of course, as Matt mentioned, we are also going to have weekly exclusive Big Brother videos for our YouTube memberships.
Thank you guys so much for watching and for your support there.
You.
We will see you here next time.